Okay. Sagittarius, welcome. I'm going to be doing your reading with the Sexual Magic Tarot. I will be intuitively getting the message from these cards. I will not be using the traditional meaning of the tarot with them, even though you can. So let's just see what's going on for Sagittarius. I need to sit up to shuffle the cards. Sorry if you hear my ducks running around back here. I just came to say hi. Alright, Sagittarius. Two more times. One more time, Sagittarius. Alright, that was a little unsure which way I wanted it to go. Let's see. First card is desire. I got that for Scorpio. Second is fear. And then the third card is the outcome or lesson. I just took a little break to eat something, so let's just see if I can jump right back into it with the energy. Okay, I'm feeling a little distracted, so that might mean something for the reading. Let me see. Let's see what's going on. Okay. I'm getting that there is... This could be a man or a woman, but I'm getting man. There's a man in the dynamic, either the Scorpio or the Scorpio is dealing with a man who is, I want to say fixed, maybe a fixed sign. It could be Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Leo, Aquarius, or Taurus, okay? That is very fixed in how they feel about something or someone. And I'm seeing, this is what I'm getting, people, that they touch themselves to, with you, to you, next to you, looking at your picture. Yes, that's happening. And you could either know about it or it could be a secret. There's some secrecy to this, or something that's unknown, or maybe it is unknown, or that they like to watch and thinking about you. I get what I get. I mean, so the desire is for you want to be seen as the only one. Sagittarius, or the person Sagittarius is dealing with, wants to be seen as the only person. They're like, hey, look at me, don't you desire me? But even if you are, it's like they want to hear it. And if they're not hearing it, it's bringing up emotions in them. Or if they're doing things that you don't understand, it's because they want to hear you say it, or they want to be recognized, or they want to be seen. They want to know that they're the one. So I'm getting that they are the one. They want to know that they are the one. that you desire or want. And in the fears, I'm getting that because they're worried. Oh my goodness, I think I had this for somebody else. Who was it? I don't remember. Might be Taurus, a fixed sign. No, it wasn't Taurus. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it was Leo. Maybe it is a fixed sign. Maybe you need to look at one of the fixed signs of the reading, which is Taurus, Aquarius. I didn't do yet. Scorpio I did, and Leo. Okay, anyway. The fears are that they're walking away or that you aren't going to see them. I feel like this person, either the Sagittarius or the person Sagittarius is dealing with, is acting in a way as if they are doing things because their actions are motivated by the fear that this person's going to walk away. It's like there's this feeling like they need to do something to keep them, or they need to show them, like, look at me, I'm doing this, don't leave, or trying to do something to get the attention so that the person doesn't leave, or there's a person walking away, or there's a fear of a person walking away, and they're doing what they can to keep them or to get their attention or to feel seen or desired or wanted. There's something that's missing here. Something's missing. Either somebody feels like they're not getting the attention that they deserve, or they're doing things or acting out because they feel like they're not getting the attention that they deserve. They could feel like they want to walk away from this connection because of that reason. They're not getting the attention that they deserve or that they feel like they deserve, or they're scared that someone is going to walk away because of that, or they feel like that someone's not bringing enough to the table, or there's this feeling that somebody has a feeling that there's something they're not being told, and it's kind of just growing in them. And maybe it is their intuition of feeling like there's something else going on, or there are things going on behind their back, or they're presenting themselves one way, but there's this other side of them that they're not sharing with the person that they're with, but the person they're with can sense it, that something is off, or something's not right, or things aren't making sense, things aren't connecting, or you're not connecting, and that's why you feel like there's somebody else or something else going on, or their attention is somewhere else. There's a lot of fear, and either acting out of fear of loss, or doing things because they don't want to lose somebody. That's the energy I'm getting. So either Sagittarius is acting out because they're scared someone is going to leave, or they're acting in a way of like, look at me, notice me, don't leave. That's the energy that I'm getting, like, of wanting attention or desire or something like that. Now, for the lesson or the outcome, yeah, I'm just getting, there's a lot of look at me, look at me, look at me. That's what I just heard in my head, like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And I feel like it's like pictures for some reason, like somebody's sending a lot of pictures, or there's a lot of pictures going back and forth, where they're like, look at me, look at me, look at me. Like somebody is really wanting somebody else's attention, and they aren't getting it. And it might even be like overkill, or like desperation of like, okay, it's too much. So now they're like kind of put off by it. Like, why are you trying so hard? Or what are your motives? Like, why all of a sudden are you flooding my inbox or my text messages with pictures of yourself? Don't mind my children having a war in the background. Where was I? See, there was like, you could be at war. You could be at war with somebody else. There could be like a two people trying to get one person's attention, and the one person could know about the other person, so it's like they're at war with trying to get the other person's attention. Um, like they gotta win. It's a competition. Like I just heard, all I do is win, 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 no matter what. And that's literally how they could be looking at it, is like their ego. Like there's like, I will be the winner of this. Like I am going to get what I want. This person is not going to walk away. I will do anything to make sure that I keep this person. And I feel like it's because this person, either the Sagittarius or the person Sagittarius is dealing with, gives them a lot, and there might not be all that passion or physical or whatever happening, or lack of that happening, and they're just like, okay, well, I'm not giving this up even though I don't have that, because they do a lot for me, or they buy me a lot of stuff, or they give me a lot of gifts, and I don't and it's more of like, I don't want somebody else having that, so I'm going to do what I can to keep their attention. Or somebody could be acting a way of like trying to make somebody else jealous, because they're jealous, so they want to make you jealous to see if you still care or if you still love them. But I feel like one person in this dynamic, whoever it is, has a lot of options. There's somebody that the Sagittarius, or the person the Sagittarius is dealing with, has a lot of people that want them, has a lot of options. But for some reason, there's still something like they're hung up on this one person, or winning this one person. It feels competitive, or like proving that, like, pick me, pick me. There's this desperation or needy kind of energy of like someone trying to manipulate someone into wanting something with them, and it's almost like just for the thrill of it, or the win of it, or the getting what they want at the end of the day, or whatever their motives are. And it's not necessarily even because, I'm gonna say it, they are not 100% in love or all in. It's more of like the status of what that says, or the end game, or a goal, or it feels a little bit manipulative and controlling, to be honest. Like, like, give me what I want. I'm gonna do whatever it is to get what I want. And they're giving this person all those things, but they're still not really happy at the end of the day. It's like, what's the next thing? Like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? And maybe one person in this dynamic is actually thinking about like just packing their shit and walking away, because like, when is it enough? When is enough enough? Like, how much more do I need to do? How much more do I need to show you? How much more do I need to prove you? How much more? Like, that's the energy of it. It's like, oh, here we go, something else. Here we go, something else. What next? What next? It feels like a very like wishy-washy energy, or like a person feels like the only time someone gives them all the attention, love, affection, look at me, look at me, look at me energy is when they want something. And maybe now they're finally seeing that the only time that they hear from this person, or they get the attention that they want from them, or there's always some motive connected to it, or like, what do they want from me now, kind of thing. Like, okay, what now? What do you want now? It's like every time they finally are realizing that every time they get what they want from this person, it's always attached to something that the person wants, the other person wants. And I think now they're starting to see that, okay, is this really real? Or are they really in? Like, I'm all in? Because it kind of feels like every time they come with me with a request or this, or like, hey, I have this idea or this or that or the other thing, that's when they're starting to see the manipulation in it, I feel like. it's like a show. Like, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm going to do this for you. And look at me. Look what I did. Look what I did today. Look what I did. Look at the, and it's like to get what they want. And then, but the time between the wants that this person has, it's not like that. And they're starting to pick up like they're using me. Somebody feels used. Somebody in this dynamic is feeling used, and maybe the other person is starting to sense it, and the person who's being manipulative is now starting to feel like they might leave me. This might be too much, or their energy is different. So now I'm look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look what I'm doing, look what I'm doing for us, look what I'm doing for you, to keep them from leaving, because they like the stability, or it's very materialistic. I feel like it's a very materialistic energy of like status or things, or that, you know, if they left, what it would look like or what it wouldn't look like, or starting over, or I don't know. There's definitely an energy of like, it's just, I feel manipulation, and I feel like somebody's seeing right through it. And there might be love there between the Sagittarius and this person, or whoever this person is, you'll know, but they're definitely feeling used. Somebody is feeling used. And I feel like there needs to be, I don't know, somebody's feeling used. And maybe they're looking at all their other options. There could be somebody in this dynamic who's just like, knows they're being used and is secretively looking at all their other options, or knowing that maybe they want other options, or there's a change coming, or the dynamics about the change, and they're worried that this might change how they're perceived by other people, you know, like looking in. So they're like, okay, now this change might happen. What's this going to look like? You know, is this person going to leave me? Or how is this all going to work now if the roles reverse? I feel like there's going to be a switch up here of, I don't know, like, I feel like a test, like, you'll know. I don't know. I hope this resonated with someone. Leave the comments down below. This reading to me feels very unsure. That's the overall energy I have, is unsure of like everything, I guess, the direction we're moving in, what's going on. I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty, you know. So hopefully this helped. It doesn't feel helpful to me. It feels undone, like it's, and maybe that's how this whole dynamic feels. So if it does, let me know down below, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.